for the public. So I want to propose that at an individual level and as a collegial, there has to be some deliberate methods and systems put in place to make sure that public access to Senate information is easy and in understandable formats. The second notion that we draw from the Constitution is the rights of communities to participate at all levels of governance. We must ask ourselves, how does Senate translate that right to something practical, to something real for each and every of your voters? There's a notion of citizen platforms. How do the people themselves get to engage, prioritize, and get then to share with you what their hopes and fears are, so that as you take and execute your roles, you indeed speak for those who did vote for you. And then finally, the whole question of public information and public communication, which begins to suggest that the Senate also is a watchdog of other entities. So as you watch over them, you need to also watch in the dimension of public access to information. While preparing for this presentation, we did a simple analysis of the results from the August elections. And we found of those in office today, having recently been elected, 57% of governors are new. 55% of senators are 70% of MCAs are new. 70% of MCAs are new. Compare that to just 39% of members of the National Assembly who are new. Kenyans have spoken loud and clear. Indeed, one might choose to even analyze how Kenyan participated in the presidential elections in 2007, 2013, 2017, and 2022. All of them contested presidential elections. But the attitude and participation of the ordinary voter is very, very different this year compared to previous years. Ladies and gentlemen, my hypothesis is that devolution is no longer a child. It's grown up, and Kenyans have paid attention and are taking very, very keen interest. And more, they are unforgiving in terms of performance for them, if the story of MCS is anything to go by. A few key issues that we pick from the performance of the last Senate. One is oversight. A synthesis of the reports from the Senate showed that a lot of the oversight is informed by the auditor reports. A question that we may ask is there a way to find other complementary sources of data to help you do that, that duty? Okay. Then there's a question of leadership. The picture, a lot of the media reports show that senators are in competition with the governors. Is that good or is that bad? But as I finish, the media that brings this to you, the suggestion from the Constitution is that it's an independent media. But is it truly independent? Or is it a media captured by yourselves, or captured by commercial interest, or captured by foreign interest? Our democracy cannot be unless we have a strong media, but the media in and of itself cannot deliver that strong media. As you oversight on various issues, you also have a duty to oversight on media. And I have some specific proposal that we have that will be shared in my slides. Thank you.
Thank you very much. you can give a better